Let's get started. Yeah, man. Here you go, we. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Let's Get Live. Let's Get Live. I can't even speak. If we starting it off with me saying crazy stuff, we're already in trouble. Welcome to Let's Get Live, the show where we teach you about your live streaming game, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitch, whatever you want, growing a YouTube channel, starting a YouTube channel, but basically getting that video done. You know, we're not just TikToking and cat video. We're talking about business, folks. If you don't have a business, it's your good hobby. It's still a business. All hobbies treated as a business, and one day it shall become. So, you know, hey, that's how we do it. As you know, this is a weekly show. We do this every Tuesday and Saturday. Same bad time, same bad channel. That's 8 a.m. Hawaiian. And that's roughly, 11 a.m. on the California times, 2 p.m. on the East Coast times, and 7 p.m. on the British times. But that changes like next weekend, November 1st. Everybody switches except for us, Arizona, and Alaska, because we don't try to manipulate the clock. Why do people still do that? We don't have an agrarian calendar anymore. There is zero reason whatsoever for daylight saving time. Back in the day, it made sense. Now, it doesn't make sense at all. Okay, so this question and answer joint, basically you ask questions, I answer them. In the meantime, while we're waiting for people to ask questions, I'll do some topical coverage type stuff. And that's the Saturday show. The Saturday show is normally straight question and answer. And wait, it's funny that Chris just reminded me about overlays, because I made all brand new, freshly fresh overlays so that way we can do this. So what I'll need to do is bring those suckers on as we get it twisted. I just went and just updated all of my overlays just to get ready for the new way that camera overlays work. There have been some major changes to Ecamm Live, so we'll talk about that stuff today as well. Yeah, so first and foremost, yes, we are using Ecamm. Ecamm is the software of choice. Two things about Ecamm that just make it dope: the team and the team. Like, seriously, they are so good. They are so fast. Like, things come up, you know, YouTube changes something, they're ready. Facebook changes something, they're ready. The industry goes crazy because everybody's stuck at home for months, they're ready. Like, they are so nimble and quick on their feet. Like, it's absolutely, absolutely, absolutely amazing. Why, yes, Marcus, I do have a standard set of widgets, and we'll get into questions in a second. I adjusted my overlays and stuff for this, so we will go through a bunch of stuff today. And this show is primarily going to be probably me teaching Marcus how to use Ecamm, since he's about to jump into the water. Big ups, big ups, big ups for Marcus. Mr. Landsberg, welcome to the Ecammily, as we call it. Another word I made up. I make up crazy words. So, Mr. Chris, your first question: what is this overlay? I make all of my overlays in Illustrator. Sometimes in training folk, when I do these shows on Tuesdays and Saturdays, I'll show how to make overlays in Canva. I also show folks how to make overlays in Keynote. I have a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/DocRock. That's a frame I forgot to make. You just reminded me. Yes, so I do make, I have tutorials on there that teach you how to make frames in Keynote. And I started teaching everyone Keynote initially because every Mac, iPhone, iPad has Keynote for free. Comes with, and it's amazing for doing this. I just prefer Illustrator because I live in Illustrator all day, every day, because of the laser engraving and CNC business. Like, I'm in Illustrator all day, every day. So I just move quicker. But in theory, there's Easel, Canva, Adobe Spark, Envato Elements, Placeit. Keynote can do it again. There's lots and lots of ways to do overlays. I highly suggest, if you're just getting started, And I know, Chris, you're busy. I know you're busy making sounds for everybody. So I don't spend too much time trying to tweak out on overlays. Go to like elements.envato.com or go to Canva and just go steal something that's already there, modify it with the tools that they give you, and then you're good to go. Like, it will just save you time. But I have various videos on my channel, and they're always growing. So you're probably already subscribed since you live here. But yeah, just subscribe and you'll see that I'm always doing it. Mr. Marcus says daylight savings time is because you had. That's funny. What was that song? I love the nightlife. I love the boogie on the disco. Hi, yeah. Don't start me singing early in the morning. Okay, Marcus asked the question, what's the standard widgets that I suggest? Number one is your Streamlabs, which is weird. You have to go to a site called Streamlabs and set up your account. There you go. I hope I did not shut down the window. Streamlabs are the same folks that make Streamlabs OBS, but they happen to be masters of all things widgets. So you go into like all widgets here. The number one that we use is something known as an alert box. An alert box does something like this. So if someone subscribes to my YouTube channel, it does this. And the little pop-up, ooh, well, don't move the whole window there, Doc. I have it locked. That's why you can't move it, sir. I'll move this here. So this is my alert box overlay window. I can't grab it right now for some reason. Oh, again, you have it locked, dummy. Sorry. So there it is. I'll move it down here to make it easier to see. So yes, when someone hits this button, again, the overlay just pops up there. So yeah, that's my standard issue one. I don't mess with too many others other than I have Restream Chat as a backup because chat does go goofy at times. And if for some reason Restream decides to drop your guys' comment, then I have a Restream bot chat thingy set up. But actually, I don't know if you guys remember, and I haven't fixed it yet, so we're just going to roll with it. On Thursday, I do a stream in the beta group for Ecamm, and this Thursday we did the beta group and the standard community. And in the process of trying to show people stuff, I thought it'd be a good idea to delete all of my permanent scenes. So I don't have some of those permanent scenes. I have to re-put them in, but no biggie. That I can do. I have it down. So yeah. Let's see. Hector Molina says, do you know if any of the Razer keyboards are Mac compatible? Yeah, yes and no. Yeah, let me hit that because that's actually a good one. I'm gonna turn you on to my brand. I think my brand is way better than Razer, actually cheaper, and is dope ski. All right, so I have a Keychron K8, which I'll show you in a second. Why did you do that? All you had to do was just go straight to the site. Edge can be goofy sometimes. So this is 100% Mac compatible. Again, way cheaper. And in my opinion, better. So the way I have my current keyboard built, which I'll show you my keyboard in a second, I have RGB backlight because I'm bougie like that. I have Gateron hot swappable, and I'll explain that in a second. And I personally use the browns. And the reason why I use the browns is you guys can't really hear me typing, I don't think. But the reds are the loudest, blues are the second loudest. Browns have that click and that, bump to it, but they're not obnoxiously loud. So this is the K8. If you need the extra keys, which is very helpful for this guy, streaming and whatnot, then you can get the K4. And again, I would go backlight aluminum frame, Gateron browns, and things like that. So these are quite amazing keyboards. The Razers do work. What you're going to find is you won't have Mac keys, but the keys are interchangeable. So this is my Keychron. One of the great things I love about my Keychron is I got my goofy lights over here, so I can just press this button to change my lights. They do all kind. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I'm in manual focus, and then of course with the lights on, it's not going to really show. But you can do all kind of changes with the lights and whatnot. I find that incredible. It's very light, but this is aluminum instead of plastic. The feet risers are perfect, and the hot swappable means that if I do something crazy like this and pull the key off, this piece right here, the actual switch, and again, I'm on manual focus, so I got to stay back here. This actual switch, I can pull it out while the keyboard is running and replace it with another switch. So again, you can see in here, mine are brown. I have a set of purples that are sitting on my floor waiting to go in, and I got to back up carefully and not run over the key I dropped. Where'd it go? Oh, well, that sucker's lost into the end of the show. It's back there somewhere. So yeah, you can easily, swap the keys on it. I just like the build quality. So yeah, Razers do work. You won't have Mac keycaps for it. You can always buy Mac keycaps and make them work. I have a dead Razer Huntsman back there that has a bad L key, and I have to unsolder the entire thing to change the switch. With these hot swappable switches, you can just grab a switch puller, yank the switch out, and replace the switch, which comes in handy because I have a bag of switches around here too. But I think they're in the cabinet. So yeah, that's it. I would say Razers are dope, but I'm not a fan. The Matthias also makes a really cool Mac clicky type keyboard, but get Keychron. Keychron is the business. Keychron, Ducky, Drew Good, all super dope keyboards. And then we'll get into the crazy Japanese brands. Hello, Mr. Henry. Yes, I do design my own overlays because I'm a graphic designer, but yeah. Oh, how's it? Uncle Rex in the building. Happy birthday. Good to see you here. Yeah. And yeah, there's Synapse software. Hey, what's up, brother? Synapse software is Windows only. That part of the equation is 100% true. I just really, really love this keyboard. Ducky is amazing. Ducky is a Korean brand. And then there's this other really cool site, and I don't know why I can't remember their name right now. I think they're called Keyboard Pro. They're all made out of Korea. They're really, really good. Oh, Rama. That's the name of them. Rama makes the coolest keyboards, but the Rama works don't come cheap. They are beautiful though. They literally make some of the most beautifulest keyboards in the game. And here we go. Bam. First of all, look at this design game, bro. These guys are incredible. I want their Rama 10 keypad. But yeah, look at the kind of just amazing stuff they create. These are like random keycaps that they create. They got nice clear sort of keycap, cool metal cases, but this is what I'm looking to get, this little Rama keypad. You can take this guy and do something very similar to a Stream Deck because you can basically map the keys to whatever it is that you want it to do. So I think Ramas are the business. I think they're absolutely cool. So there you go. One other thing we want to talk about real quick is Ecamm made some updates to the software. So let me put this on screen real quick, and then I'm not going to be able to read it if I leave it that big. Duck. Oh, you got to move your big head out the way. Let's move it over here. You know what? I should have just made a scene for this. But instead, so the guys updated some stuff in the last build, which is really incredible. And of this, the number one thing is the fact that now you can do some in-app preferences as far as processing the audio and that for your guests. Again, that works primarily in Chrome. And they also added, what's the word I'm looking for? They added opacity to whenever you're doing a camera as an overlay, you can use opacity on it. So that's really incredible. So part of the new features for interview mode, allows you to do something like put on an extra camera as an overlay like this, right? And now you can move it around. It isn't the same as the old picture-in-picture version, right? So you can go in here like that. You can double click on the side and change the shape of it to sort of match whatever you need. So when it comes to building overlays, this got way simpler, right? You can pick a huge selection of camera styles. Like round is one of the favorites in the group. Like we joke about that. So I can take a little round me and put it like right on top of the Stormtrooper back there, or on top of Vader, or I can put myself in the Manchester United clock. And just to show you guys how much I love you, I am here right now instead of watching Manchester versus Chelsea. I just want you to know how painful that is for me. You guys just don't understand. Dun, 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 dun. Like Will Smith says, y'all just don't understand. Viewers on YouTube and Facebook just don't understand. So the camera overlays just literally changed the game. Like you're able to do other cool stuff. Like if I hold this shift key and then swipe on a magic mouse type thing. Wait, get back over here. Okay. If you hold the shift key, you can do opacity or opacity for those people that make fun of the way I say opacity. You can get in there. You can get in there. Like it's super cool. What's up, Viking? Good to see you, brother. I know you. Only reason why you come to my show is because I rock the purple. Tell the truth. Oh yes, Chris is here. This is the Chris Wood feature. It's Chris Wood TM trademark Chris Wood feature because he asked for it. Nobody needs it, but Chris asked for it, and the guys did it. That's Ecamm. That's why we love Ecamm. Is they listen to people, even though they shouldn't listen to the Taekwondo instructor. Because what the heck does he know? I love you, Chris. You guys know I am still looking for where my key went because I'm afraid I'm going to accidentally step on it. And that's what I get for pulling the key off in the middle of the show. It's probably directly under the chair, and right when I back up, I'm going to crunch it. Luckily, I have other keyboards, so I can just steal from there, and I'll just have the one unmatched key. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Anyway, it's just a \T. I don't need that except for when I'm typing URLs. So, another thing I was gonna talk to you guys about today. Wow, again, don't forget. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. Let me pull in a overlay. I'm just gonna drag this in. Marcus, whenever you have an overlay, all you do is drag it in and let it go. And if it's full size, it'll land like that, full size. If it's not full size, you can just scale it with the scroll mouse like such. Or you can, if it's, again, not full size, you can take an edge and grab, a little edge like that and pull it out. But I guess, number one, you can't tell because I'm not in live demo mode. And number two, my mouse is jumpy. Okay. Nicholas has a question. Let's see. Hey, Doc. That's me. I bought a Logitech C922 webcam, and I'm able to broadcast at 1080/30. Everything seems fantastic, but I was thinking about upgrading to the A6000 so I can broadcast at 1080/60. No, don't buy an A6000. I'll tell you in a second why. Let me finish your question. If I bump to 1080/60, will that slow down my stream or affect any kind of quality like lagging? Yeah, in this particular case for streaming, you don't have to do such. Like I'm streaming at 1080/24. I was doing 1080/50, and my brother goes, "You're a dummy," and I go, "Yeah, you're right." And then I just switched it back to 24. When shooting, if you're shooting 1080/60, that's better than shooting 1080/30 because you can go in and do some frame slow motion. You can, sort of time conform things. But just for streaming, the motion blur that you get better from 60 than 30 doesn't do anything for streaming, unless you're like waving your hands a lot and you don't want your hands to go ta-da-da-da-da, ta-da-da-da-da. That's what you get. So even 24, my motion blur looks whack because I'm shooting in 24. But it's also a little bit more natural, right? So I would say in general, it's not going to change much as far as streaming, like no one's really going to notice. If you're game streaming, that's a little different because gaming prefers higher bit rate. I mean, sorry, higher frame rates. But in the same token, like no. But the key element here, the A6000 was built in April of 2014. Yeah, 13. Anyway, one of them two. At that time, the concept of clean HDMI out wasn't a thought. Like nobody was thinking about it back then. That wasn't a thing. When 2015 runs around and the Atmos, the Ninja, Samurai, and a couple of these other guys came out that allowed you to record into a screen. 1 second. You guys, everybody, these shirts is almost ready, just so you know. You can get one coming up soon. Okay. So this is my little Sony monitor. The Ninja, the Atmos, the Samurai, like the Atmos is the company, the Ninja and the Samurai are little guys like this that actually have a HDMI recorder inside. So you would basically plug the HDMI cable out from your camera into here, and then this would record, and then you can see and adjust focus and things like that. When these guys got popular, all of the camera guys started putting clean HDMI out. Now, the reason for that is if a camera could record until recently, until Sony said, you know what, we're just going to pop that cherry. Thank you, Team Sony. Cameras couldn't record longer than either 29 minutes, 59 frames, and then later that got bumped to 59 minutes, 59 frames, meaning basically half an hour. They would get considered as camcorders, and as camcorders, they suffered a ridiculous tariff. Okay, when you have and everyone will, why do the little guys do it? Well, the little guy is a $300 camcorder. So the tariff on $300 is not the same as the tariff on $5,000 where you're thinking like a 5D Mark II, right? So all of the camera guys just did a thing where when you're recording, it would break your files up into these little 29-minute, let's call them 30. They would break it up into these 30-minute chunks, or it would break it up into these later on 1 hour chunks. So at that moment in time, all the camera manufacturers started allowing you to have a clean HDMI out so you could buy an external frame recorder like such, and you'd be able to record your video for like hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And of course, this helped schools, churches, football games, all of the above. It all went crazy. Then every manufacturer started producing clean HDMI out over the several next years. But when the A6000 came out, it wasn't a thought, so it doesn't have clean HDMI out. So you're going to find it for really cheap right now because it is a great camera for taking pictures. But when you plug that HDMI cable and try to stream, there'll be stuff on the screen. Everything. There'll be like clock, auto white balance, focus, little white boxes chasing your face around. So don't do it. Like, no matter how cheap it is, and as dope as a camera as the A6000 is, it ain't going to work for what you're trying to do when it comes to streaming. So you're better off with your webcam right now. Now, the other thing, Nicholas, if you happen to be on a Mac, there's a dope little program costs round about $8, and it's called Webcam Settings. It's available from the App Store, and it is cool. Let me see if I can find it. Well, it won't. It'll try to open the App Store right now, but I'm not going to let it. I'm just going to show you. This is the icon so that you're getting the proper guy. $7.99 in the App Store. And what makes this app pretty gangster, and I've used this for years. When I have my Logitech, which is on the right here. Here you go. Still tried and true. This bad boy is 10 years old and still gorgeous. This is the original C920. The C910 was 720. This is the first 1080 joint. You go in there and it lets you set white balance. It lets you adjust some of that background blur, the bokeh, if you will. It will give you backlight compensation. You can make sure you're running at the right hertz, so you don't have roll and whatnot. So spend the $8, get webcam settings. You can beautify your guy a bit. The other thing you can also do is make sure you have good lighting. If you have good lighting, that Logitech will look Chez Magnifique. All right, let's go. Who got questions? Buddy Scott is in the building watching on Twitch. Thank you, Scott. Victor K8. What's up, Super Sax Man? Good to see you here. I'm your sax man. I'm crazy. Gotta say what's up to LA. What's good in the hood, LA? Good to see you here. Brother Chris, good to see you here as well. Hello, Eva. St. Louis in the building. My buddy Robert is in the building. I hate that you know all of these things. Are you drinking the haterade? I don't know. I just pretend. I pretend. Actually, what I do is I ask my brother and then I repeat it to you guys so you guys think I'm smart. So, why does it look... Hey, I just answered your question, Nick. Come on. Pay attention. I need to adjust my sounds. I don't want to have the stock sounds. Everybody has stock sounds. Okay, so Nick, here's the answer. This came up actually in the Ecamm group. Lighting. Like somebody was saying, I got the Sony a6400, which should be gorgeous because mine is, right? They said I got the Sigma lens, again, which should be gorgeous. I think they had the Sigma lens. And they were doing all this stuff, and they go, but for some reason, now this was funny how it came up. They're like, for some reason, Ecamm is making my picture grainy. No, it's not. Ecamm doesn't know how to do that. It just doesn't. If you give it the right good, it will display the right good. Whenever you have grain in your picture, whenever you have grain in your picture, it's because you do not have enough light. Does that sound like the movie guy? In a world, Nicholas had a webcam, Logitech C922, but for some reason, his picture was grainy. Then he went to Let's Get Live, and Doc Rock told him to put on more light, and all was wonderful. I hope that helped, Nick. Seriously, just add more light. You can test it. Like, if you have a notebook, take yourself by the window or take yourself outside for a second, or, use a long USB cable and get shots of yourself where you're using like the outside light, and it'll be perfect. So really all you have to do is add more light. Right now, light. Hey, Eileen. Thanks for the super chat. Yay. I haven't built my super chat noise yet. I want to be like Nick Nimmin, super chat, but I don't want to steal his. So I have to think of what I'm going to put for my super chats. But yes, thank you so much, Eileen. Cuz in the building. Thank you for that. So yeah, Nick, really, like, once you try it, like, it's not going to be beautiful at first because there's things you have to do to lighting to make it look perfect, but I can explain that to you in a second. First move, download Webcam Setting so that you have better granular adjustment as opposed to what Logitech gives you. It's going to cost you $8, but that'll be the best $8 you ever spent. Trust me on that. Number two, it's not just bright light. Like, it does require a certain amount of softness and things like that. So one of the easiest tricks that anyone can do for light game, get the brightest light you can find. You want something at 5,000 to 5,600 Kelvin in the store. When you go to Target, Walmart, wherever you're from, I'm not sure exactly where you're from, Nicholas. When you go to the store, you get a light bulb that says daylight. It should be around 5,000 Kelvin. Slap it in the light. And at that moment, it's going to be too harsh. You're going to have shadows all over your face. It's going to look whack. Start with paper. You can use white plastic bags. So LED lights are good for this because they don't get hot. You can use white plastic bags. You can get shower curtain, like literally $3, $4 almost white shower curtain. But you're basically looking for something that looks like this. I have actually used tissue to soften light, and I shall demonstrate. Grab this light. Hope the battery is charged. If not, I have my other one. Yeah, come here. This Sony light is awesome, but the on switch is a pain in the butt because you have to press this little plastic while you slide it up. And when you have beef fingers like me, it doesn't work. That's why I stopped using this light. Okay, here we go. Let me make sure the stock diffuser is like this, you know. Again, this is why it comes with these little plastics. The problem with stock diffusers on most of these lights that you can buy is that they sit right next to the bulb. That doesn't help, right? So I'm gonna pop this in. Next thing I'll do is put the brightness. See how harsh that is? That's obnoxious. Basic out of the box snot rag, and look, beautiful light. Harsh, ugly light, snot rag from the bathroom. Beautiful. Even though I'm funny looking, that's what you want to do. So go get any kind of light you can. You want that daylight bright white like this. It is Halloween. Wait, wrong button, stupid. Yes. Welcome to Let's Get Live. Anyway, so yes, a simple piece of tissue paper will help you. So there's a myriad ways. And you know what? See how nice and beautiful it is, like this close to my face, even though it's there? Yeah, you know what? I'm dumb. I should have done that. There, that's better. So again, plain tissue paper, just diffusing that light. And the further the diffusion away is from the light, the better. So that's why when you see like my light over here, it's in a 24-inch dome. The light is at the back. The beginning of the dome is right here. I mean, that dome is 24 inches around, but it's also round about 24 inches deep. Like, that's why you see those big domes on Amazon when you're searching for light. So yeah, you can basically do it with snot rag and a light. It could be your house lamp, but you got to start with the daylight bulb. And then this is going to be too small. Tape a bunch of them together. Use folder paper is a little bit too dense, but some semi-sheer fabric. If you're Filipino and your grandpa has a Manong Barong shirt, you can shine a light through that because that's perfect diffusal. I know Lemuel has I think it's called a Manong Barong. I forgot what the shirt is called, but it's something like that. And did I make the basket? I made the basket. Damn, I'm good. Okay. Questions. Lemuel's laughing at me. Ignore Lemuel. Eileen, thanks again for the super chat. Love to see you. Lemuel says sensor overload. I think he meant sensory overload. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, here we go. DJ Straight. DJ Straight. Yes, absolutely. 108%. Not necessarily for you. Well, actually, I take that back. Yes, for you too. Always use headphones. And if you're one of those people, I don't like my headphones to be seen, go like this. What headphones? Come on, son. Just seriously. Like, I don't have hair to hide it. Like, you know, females are lucky they can hide it with the long hair. I don't have hair to hide anything. I'm straight chrome doming it. But hey, Notre Dame. Get yourself a $20 set of in-ear budskis like the ones to which I am wearing at the moment right now. They are on my kit page, I believe, but I will put it up in chair right now anyway, just so you know. Hey, Borat, subsequent movie film. These are CCA, CA4s. These are so expensive, though. You will go broke when you buy these headphones, but buy them anyway. I'm joking. They're $20, fam. $20. $20. You can get a set of fantastic in-ear buds. If you put these joints in your ear, throw them behind your head like such, no one knows you're wearing headphones until you turn your hair sideways. At all. It's game changer. 110% game changer. I hate the way they tug on the back, so I just stick my cable in the front and don't care. If you guys don't like my cable, tough cookies. I'm going to rock these just like this here. People are like, I don't want people to see my mic. I don't want people to see my headphones. What do you think everybody thinks you're doing, magic? Of course they know you're listening. Of course, they know you're, talking into something that receives your voice input. I don't get that concept. To me, that concept is straight mental. Bam. There goes that. So yes, don't worry about it. What that dude said, everything gonna be all right. That's what I wanted to do. There you go. Big ups. All right. That's not the creepy 60s DJ voice. That is the what's that guy? John Fontaine. That was his name. Thank you. Thank you, LA. Yes, LA. I appreciate you. Hey, again, I updated all of my overlays. Look, I actually have them so I don't have to type them out now like I did in the past. I can just go like that now. See, I learned. I learned from my own mistakes. Yo. Hey, light, candle, flashlight, camera. There you go. Yes. Light, candle, flashlight, they all work. Actually, candles just in the back of the shot actually work. They have a nice little like flickery thing that does. It gives some movement to your scene. Marshall has a fantastic fake candle. It's like a piece of plastic that goes like this inside of like a little vase thing that he made. And it's great. Like, seriously, practical light, fam. Practical light. Chris is playing catch up. Where can I learn to set up all your great overlays? Different PIP stuff. Okay. So, Chris, the answer to your question is there's this guy on YouTube. He's kind of bald, relatively handsome, lives in Hawaii, streams on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and talks to people about stuff like such. It's youtube.com/ wait, I lost that key on the ground. Doc Rock. Okay, that's him. Go to this guy's site, and if you go there, you can scrolly down, and then somewhere on here, under the uploads, under Ecamm 101, there we go. Go to Ecamm 101. Don't play it right now. I'm teaching you. Hey, look, Lemuel's always in here. See that? This guy be bombing my streams. This was how to set up scenes. I did that long time ago. In here, I got like royalty-free sites to get good image and footages. I think I said that last time, to make your joint look good. I do have overlays with Keynote. I got overlays with Canva, overlays with Final Cut, like overlays with overlays, and they're going to keep coming. Like, I'm not done making overlay videos forever. I am currently making all of my stop looking at me, dude. The heck is wrong with that guy? I'm currently making all my overlays in Illustrator just because I'm quick that way with Illustrator. And now Illustrator for iPad came out this week, fam. So now I can actually work on my overlays whilst I am watching the Raiders kick Tampa Bay butt tomorrow. Yo, Raider Nation. Yeah, so if you got any questions at all about that, Chris, hit your boy up. I got you. But again, the good place to start, seriously, check out Elements. And I'm super irritated. I haven't still figured out how to get my what's that joint called? I haven't figured out how to get my affiliate thing working with Elements. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But you go to Elements, right? Hey, why did my thing change? What happened there? Oh, I know, dummy. You're supposed to be this one. There you go. Go to Elements, and here comes the secret sauce. Go to Presentation Templates. What? Presentation? I'm not trying to do a PowerPoint. No worry, man. Them no worry we. Go into Presentation Templates. Look at something like the Food Festival. I know you're not talking about food, but check it out. It's a gorgeous frame. Words. Chris Patino talking smack. Hold in the spot. Stick Chris's dome in there. What? Brilliant, right? Here's another one. Words. It's going to be Chris and the guest. You got Chris right here, Doc right here, whatever the heck they're arguing about over here, or pontificating. Which, hey, that's what you should do. You should do Patino pontificates. Make an argument show. Yeah, there you go. And then over here would be words, right? So you be amazed at what you can do. Just go up into a place where you can download PowerPoint/Keynote templates and then verificate them, modulate, and edify to adjust your situation henceforth as with. You guys are like, what the heck is that dude talking about? I'm funny in a world. Here's another one. Very cool, right? You can go to my favorite stock photo downloading joint, which is Pexels or Unsplash, or up here, they also have stock photos in the list. There's stock video, stock footage, whatever. You can put photos around, just general stuff you're talking about. You're talking about, you know, taking that trip to Thailand. You could throw Thailand imagery around there, leave this hole to put your melon inside and be like, hey, this is Chris Pontificates, and we're talking about visiting Thailand versus in the Philippines. Which one is better? You see? So, I mean, you just got to get creative. Like, I think people don't just think this stuff through. It's not that hard. Boom. You must take off the frame, Monsignor Doc. There you go. That's what I was trying to show you. Here, let's play that movie film again. The Borat subsequent movie film. There you go. Yay! Like, comment, subscribe, share, all of the above. Yeah, there you go. LA in the building again, on point. Got an overlay for that now. Dude, I'm telling you, LA, I have been working on these overlays. It's amazing, sir. Check it out. Bam, he's ready. He ready. Why am I so goofy? Okay, yes, white tissue for prop lighting on my all the time, bro. You remember that? Where's my A7? Come here, A7. Here's A7. A7 on the microphone stand. This is how you jerry rig stuff. Well, this one doesn't have it, but on my old A6000, it had a little pop-up filter that would come right here, right? I should literally just take that guy and wrap it with a Kleenex and a rubber band. So when you're shooting like in a cocktail-y type joint, like in a bar or a restaurant, or, you know, just taking shots like dusky, you know, you need a little bit of light to make folk look cute, but you don't want to like blast the flash. And then I bought a remote flash trigger. But the problem with buying a remote flash trigger is now you got to hire somebody to walk around and hold the flash because you need, you know, off-camera flash. That's a whole different subject. That should be on the Lemuel Show, how to make sick pictures. Alex, what's up, my man? Good to see you here, brother. Yeah, thank you for that, LA. Oh, Tina, my God, Rodecaster. Oh, it's so funny, gang. I was clowning it. I was like, you don't really need it. Like, people are tripping. Alex is crazy. You don't need no Rodecaster. And then Ecamm sent me a Rodecaster. And I'm like, oh, my God. I hate to tell Alex he was right, but Alex was right. It's so bum. Scott, my road dog on the DJ show, who don't even know how to use his Rodecaster, kept telling me to get a Rodecaster. And I'm like, Scott, you just want me to get a Rodecaster so I can teach you how to use it? And he said, no. But it is banging. I absolutely love it. Like, people that's looking for what to ask for Christmas, ask for a Rodecaster or the Zoom P8, which is also coming up. Absolutely amazing. Yes, bring the light closer and diffuse it with clean toilet wipe. It's clean, right? Oh, you're funny. Okay, Nicholas, here you go. Doc Rockers, prefer dome over ring light. However, dome definitely requires a little bit more space because it's massive, right? I'm only using a 24-inch dome right here, and it's right there. That's how close your light should be. Like, most people, biggest problem people get, like, I bought these expensive lights, and it still doesn't look good. Well, where's the light? Well, it's over there. Dude, if you can't grab the light in your shot, it's probably too far away. Like, it should literally be that close. Like, I can touch my light and adjust it. The reason why, it's just the way fall off works. There's a sweet spot in, if you mess with 3D apps, you'll figure it out real quick. And I think before I knew anything about camera work, I knew lighting because my brother and I used to do a lot of 3D work. But then I realized now, because I didn't realize at the time, the reason why we were good at 3D work is because my dad knew about lighting, and so we knew where to put the lights in the 3D apps that we used to play around with. So yeah, lighting it changes everything. When you watch a movie, all of the mood is set by light. Every single stitch of the mood is set by light. You know what, Nick? I'm going to turn you on to something I think is dope. Okay. I think this is right. Let me see if I can find it. Boom. Okay, this particular video is over the top, but it will show you like what you can do. So just watch this one for the heck of it, but you'll see the type of stuff you can do with really crazy lighting. He has a situation. Here we go. Low budget setup, right? I'm not going to play his whole video, but he talks about like, this is what most people do on Zoom calls. And he talks about controlling the room light by, you know, closing curtains and whatnot. And then he talks about going on and getting like a soft key light, which is what I have right here, soft key light, right? And then he goes through and he shows you things that you can get, like a China ball, like literally that's what they're called. I know it's a horrible name, but that's what they're called in the industry because the industry is dumb. But these are literally like $5 paper ball you can get from Target, Walmart, Tesco, you know, wherever, Amazon, call it. Throw in that bulb I was talking about, that 5600 Kelvin standard issue light bulb you can pick up from the store for around about $3-4 for an LED. Pop it in, hang it right above your head, just out of frame. So sneak peek at what we're going to talk about later. Like if this was my frame, that light would sit about right here. Like literally, I'm in between myself and the camera, plop it up right here. Now move it 30 degrees off axis. Perfect gangster light. Like, ooh, you would look handsomer than you already do, Nicholas. And that would be like mad low budget. We're talking about $3-4 for the bulb, another $5-6 for the cord with the bulb hole in it. You know, it doesn't have anything else. You know what I mean? It's just like an extension cord with a bulb socket, an A19, and then $3-4 for the paper, and you'll be gorgeous. And then game recognized game. Say you can't find a China ball in your location. Again, really horrible name. 2020, we'll come up with a different name for it. Take a paper bag that groceries come in. Sorry, plastic bag that groceries come in. Has to be LED bulb, doesn't get hot. And just literally drop it in there. Tie it with a little twisty. Give it some space for air. And then stick it right next to you. And it'll do the same thing. I've done it before myself on location. Didn't have any light. Went and just pulled out a light bulb. And I actually carry... There's these A19 sockets with standard issue American plugs. You can pick them up for $1.50. I actually carry them in my camera bag for the just such a situation. I BS you not. So that's how you do it. Boom. Game recognized game. Voila. Let's see. That's right. It's called the Barong Tagalog. That's what I was. There we go. Thank you. Vellum paper is also perfect. That's correct. Vellum paper is really good for that. Do not teach bad habits, LA. Do not teach bad habits, okay? Always wear headphones, if for nothing else than to monitor your thing, all right? So you know what's popping. Brand new whips just hopped in. Yeah, if you, oh, you're from Chicago. Thank you. There you go. That explains it. You've been listening to Scott. Yeah, you see what Scott does? Scott has all of the crazy light left over from DJing and radio station. He has it all behind him, but you got to light yourself in the front first. Scott is using newer box squares. Mine are on the ceiling, but yeah, he's using basically what in the industry we call a 1x1. It's a 12-inch, 500 little LEDs. He's using those, but he also has, you know, a lot of stuff in the back. But again, if you bring them in closer, you know, the reason why over gimmickly, Doc, who the heck taught you how to speak English? Over gimmickly, but I'm going to show you. The reason why these guys are so popular is because they do actually work. And the reason why they work is they were designed sort of around what I'm speaking on. This is the Elgato key light. This is the Danzine knockoff version, which I have 4 friends who recently bought them, says they're just as good. This is why I'm going to tell you, I love Elgato Stream Deck. I love Elgato capture cards because those come from Elgato. The other stuff, the lighting, the microphone, all that mess, that comes from Corsair. Corsair just rebrands stuff and sells it for expensive under the name gaming because gaming people will buy it, right? Corsair takes a $40 keyboard, make it a $150 keyboard, and call it gaming. After Corsair bought Elgato, pissed me off. But I know the difference because I come from old school Elgato. They've always made video compression cards. The Elgato Turbo.H.264, which came out like in 2000, was incredible. So like I know the difference between what Elgato makes and what Corsair makes and splashes it under the name Elgato. And the only reason why Corsair bought them is because their name was so powerful and, you know, just like brilliant. It'd be like you buying the name Brad Pitt when you talk to girls. That's basically what Corsair did. Anyway, so this is gimmicky, but it works. The reason why I say it's gimmicky is you can buy the Danzin brand for around about $100 less. It's 80. Don't get it twisted. You can get that and it will do basically the same thing. The only advantages to what the Elgato one has is it has really nice app and you can connect it with your Stream Deck. So I'm not going to say that it's horrible, but this is good because it's literally sitting directly behind your monitor. It's normally no more than 24 to 30 inches away from your face, and it's soft. So yeah, that if I was going to start right now and I didn't have this 10,000 lumens beast over here in the corner, I probably would get these. As a matter of fact, I was going to buy 2 key lights, but they were always out of stock, and I'm glad I didn't buy them because I got professional lights, way more expensive, but beauty, eh? So you can get, for the cost of one of those, I would recommend that you get 2 of these. Comes with a control remote, which is good. Let me just go ahead and throw that in the kit so that you can find it on the kit page, and it will be in the Ecamm part of the kit. So again, all you gotta do is do one of these here. What? Oh, look at that, LA. You see how professional the stream is now, LA? Uh-huh. He ready. Okay. You can get yourself a set of these, right? Or just start with one, right? Or do the ghetto trick, what we talked about. And it'll be perfect, like absolutely perfect, because you can control better. Yeah. Uh-huh. Do I use them as audio out? No. No, right now they're connected directly to the Rodecaster Pro, so I can hear what the Rodecaster Pro is doing. I have the Mac situated as such that the Mac is taking the feedback from the Rodecaster Pro and bringing it back to me, but I am basically listening to what the Rodecaster Pro does because I'd rather hear the mic untouched, and I know Ecamm doesn't bother the sound unless you check that box. So yeah, I'm cool with it. That's exactly how I run it at the moment. And again, if you don't know, we're using Ecamm. Robert's wife is going to kill me when she see me. She's going to be Papa's, because I'm making Robert spend money. There we go. Thank you, Eileen. Tell him to run. Yay. I don't know what my brother is talking about. Illustrator is the business. You must definitely do it. You know what I'm saying? Charles is 0 for 6 with 10 more games. There you go. Yes. So my brother's talking to Nick about the C922 having a really small sensor. And so without good lighting, yes, it will be grainy. That is very, very good. I don't know why I got grandpa, but I'll take it. Let's see. When hardwiring Ethernet, how important is between Cat 5, Cat 6, Cat 7? At this point in time, honestly, Nicholas, just get Cat 6 cables, or Cat 7. Cat 5e cables are cheap. I make my own cables, so I can make them Cat whatever I want. But when I buy spools of Cat 6 cable. Yeah, Cat 5e cables will be real cheap right now because they are getting phased out. But I just do everything in Cat 6 right now. Just for it is what it is. But very good question, by the way. Light and dark, Team Chiaroscuro. Yes, I know how to say Chiaroscuro. It depends on how to give you a primary stand light. Yep, there you go. There you go. My brother's on point. Don't tell him that he's smart, Nicholas, because then I got to deal with it after. Indie Mogul is very good for the important details. Yes, I think everybody who's just like, even though you're streaming, you should check out Indie Mogul. They come up with some really, really good stuff. Eastern Ball Lantern. I like it. I like it. Yes. Yes. I like it. I like the tissue paper because it's always around. And when you're not at home, 9 times out of 10, you can go to the men's room or the ladies' room. And as long as they don't have brown paper towels, you can always get the brown paper towels. Tommy, big ups to Tommy. You know why we got a big ups to Tommy? Because Tommy is my newest patron. Oh, yeah, actually, and Robert. Sorry, Robert, I didn't forget you. I remember Tommy and Robert, newest patrons. Love you guys. Thank you guys for the support. And my brother corrected me. The ITV, that's exactly what it was because we had it. It was the ITV by Elgato way, way, way back in the day when everyone thought you were going to go and have TV come into your computer. And we went over backwards trying to get TV to work. Cable card, adapters, all kind of craziness. And now you just go to watch.spectrum.com. It's kind of funny. But we used to go through changes to try to get TV into the computer. I think the primary reason wasn't about watching TV. I think the primary reason was about DVRing because TiVos were expensive for, kid budget, even though they were like $200 for us. That was dumb. I get it. And it was more versatile. ITV was more versatile than, say, a TiVo at the time. Yes. You got Blades in Liverpool. Yeah, I had to leave with 60 minutes to come and talk to these lovely folks, and it was hurting my face because I really wanted to see what was happening. Now I got to not watch until the end and then go catch it. And luckily, because of DVR, see, ITV comes in handy. Let me fix this conversation for you, Mr. Chris. Okay, hold on. Let's get ready. I got to get in my right position so I can have this long conversation, which I have with people all the time. And so we're going to get it. Okay. Let's do music. This deserves music background. Turn it down a little bit. This is one of my favorite conversations. And I'll tell you why. I've traveled to China many, many times. And I've been to what's known as the Mega Show or the Canton Fair. I'm going to put together this fictitious company right now. There's my boy Teddy, my brother June, and Lemuel. Okay, we all live in the village in China. We call it Limwan Ecamm. So in Limwan Ecamm, we make LED lights for streamers. Okay, I basically started the company. I was making my stuff, but I was having a hard time. So I go to my brother and I say, hey brother, take my lights, sell them as a different thing, and maybe because you are design gangster, and my brother is, because you're a straight design gangster, you can design it and make it in a way that everybody wants to buy them. And so my brother does it. And I go, Lemuel, you do the same thing, but I want you to make them and call them Mac only. All right, cool. So Lemuel does that. And then Teddy goes out and he puts together the marketing squad to go find a U.S. company to buy it. So Teddy goes to the Canton Fair and he puts all of our wares out from all of our companies. He puts them on the table. A company like Eileen Smith Gatto comes along, and Eileen says, I want to buy exclusive rights to these lights for the next 18 months. And in that 18 months, I will sell 2 million units. And Teddy goes, perfect. He runs back. He says, fellas, we got a deal. Eileen goes out and she tries to sell these lights, Elgato Eileen Smith lights, and they're $199. And for 2 years running, or 18 months, sometimes 6 months, she gets 1,999,000 sales. She did not hit 2 million. The agreement for exclusivity is now over. So myself, my brother, Lemuel, Teddy, we can all put our lights on Amazon under all different names, which is basically the exact same light. And you see this in myriad Amazon products, like those little $20 chips Exact same product sold under 87 different names, and it's not knockoff. It's just not, because I invented it and I let these other folks sell it. So that terminology comes from U.S. Western slant, because yes, they do knock things off, but the majority of stuff that you see on the market, they invented, they put it up for sale, whatever, and somebody bought it, right? You guys see me drinking out of this? This is known as a Hydro Flask. These got super popular in the U.S., but the original comes from Thermos. And Thermos sold it. Hydro Flask said they were going to make a patent. It says patent pending, which is BS. They've never gotten a patent for it because they can't, because they literally just bought the concept for an exclusive amount of time from a manufacturer in China. And when you do not hit that mark, you lose exclusivity, and then all of the quote-unquote knockoffs come out, but they're the same. And that's why when you look at that little chip, it's sold under Marzine, Denzel, Dragon Blood, EXL, $20 4K, $15 4K. They're sold under all of these different names, but they're the exact same fripping thing, because that's what it is. So, yeah, knockoffs just for handbags and shoes, but when it comes to this kind of stuff, not really. So I will say the reason why I think the Danzine is just as good as the Elgato, it is my gut feeling that the primary part, the light, and the remote controllability is exactly the same. Their adjustments for battery and whatever, they figured out is better, because then you can make it portable. Whereas Elgato, you have to plug it in. So, yeah, the mechanics is the same. So, thank you guys for being part of my little story. I don't know why I always have to tell that story, but when I go to China, and like, you ever get a chance to, if you ever get a chance to go to China and go to Canton Fair or the Mega Show, and you will be mind blown. Everything that you see in the store is there. Everything that you see in the craft store is there. And they have various sections: electronic sections, phone sections, clothes sections, shoe sections, sports and activity, outdoor, boating, cars. And it's literally the entire town of Guangzhou just in this massive, massive complex, like Las Vegas Convention Center, but 5 stories high, 13 separate buildings. It's nuts. But yeah, don't get it twisted. It all comes from there. So no knockoff. Boom, boom, boom. DJ Strick, you are welcome. Nicholas, you are also welcome. And the GVM lights are right now my probably biggest, famous, favoritist. GVM 800D. Not exactly cheap, but pretty gangster. They make various lights, but right now my favorite set is the GVM 800D. It comes in a 2-pack and a 3-pack. You can also buy singles, but these are great because they are RGB. You can get creative with lighting, like literally. What's going to probably happen to the back wall is I'm going to gut it, paint it like a medium gray, and then use the GVM lighting as a way of adding various flavor to that set. You know who did a fantastic video on that is Think Media, and what was it called? Let's see if I can find it real quick. They did a crazy nice setup on using the various, big ups to Sean Cannell, by the way, on using the backgrounds, using those lights to just pick your background set. Where's it at? He's talking about the GVM 800D right here. But yeah, they did a really dope. Here we go. Gangster. Let me pop that into the YouTubery chat so you guys can see it. But yeah, just being able to change your backgrounds to all of them different flavors just by, doing like a sort of a medium white. He did a medium brown or medium gray, like back here he did on the 3 rolly downs. And then just to be able to change colors by changing lights, like, I don't know, I think it's a relatively genius way to do it. And, saves you from having to clean your room all the time. If you can just, throw a white cloth, or not, I don't use white, I use medium gray. I think medium gray will hold the color better, whereas white will reflect back. So yeah, that is a fantastic way to do it. Again, quick reminder, we're bringing it to you from the Ecamm. That's how we do. Big ups to LA again for always helping the brother out. DocRock.live/kit. That is where you see where I hide the recommendations. I believe I put the 800Ds on there. If not, I will do it right after this because it's very, 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 very good. Marcus says he still has an ITV laying around. Yeah, it was so much fun. He uses it to record himself on the news. Yes, I do. It is either on the Patreon side page or my Cash App or Venmo they're both under Doc Rock. So Nicholas, or you can PayPal the Gmail. I have it on I can't speak English. I have it on the Streamlabs thingy on there as well. You can just go to the Streamlabs page under Doc Rock. It's there. Or Doc Rock Tips, one of them two. I never remember. Ooh, but I appreciate you, Nicholas. Straight up, 100%. I hope I was able to get all your questions. But yeah, you need one more sale of what, Eileen? I want to know what you need the sale of. I'll buy it. Tell my brother that, Chris. You're in the same chat as him. Go, June. Doc's actually smarter than you. I'm ducking. Yes, yeah, capture device sold by Ecamm, Atmos. Yes, yeah, they're basically all the same. Hey, Willie Figueroa, I like it because I like the hat. Dude, the hat is super, super dope. I really like that. Teddy, man, good to see you still here doing your thing. Hey, you should come on. You should come on and talk about the Hawaii acting thing that you got going. My brain doesn't work, but I know what I'm talking about, but it's just not coming out. It's not coming out. There you go. Kaimana Pine. I was about to do what mainland people do and jack up Hawaii names like I don't know who you are, which is super funny. It's not Pine, it's Pine. His actual last name is Pineapple, but he just wanted to be French about it. Chris, don't tell him that. You have to tell him I'm smarter than him. Okay? Call it sibling rivalry. The Hawaii film industry is growing. Hawaii is on its way to being a hub. Absolutely. I talked to May a while back about building a YouTube studio in his spot for a while, and everybody thought I was joking. And then now YouTube's blowing up. You're gonna see soon a bunch of the places will be trying to build YouTube studios in there. All of the camera and lighting gear guys, they have all of the stuff. And 9 times out of 10 is sitting around when they're not working. So I'm like, just build a YouTube studio. People will come in and do it. And nobody wanted to listen to me, but it's coming. It's coming soon. Yep, there you go. That is the answer. Now, even the TV places, you're right. They're setting up like YouTube studios in their place. Because you remember the very beginning of the COVID-demic, how much the professional guys, their streams look so bad. I was like, bruh, what are you guys doing? How come you come on TV all day, every day, but you could tell they weren't paying attention, So their video quality was rubbish, their lighting was rubbish, their sound was rubbish. And then the interns had to run to their house. I was talking to you, Stephen Gambert. I love you, but it was whack. The interns have to run to these folks' house in a hazmat suit and build a quick studio, And then after they would build the studio, all of a sudden everybody started looking good again. So Tim, what's up, my brother? Good to see you here. That's always Tim Son reverse game. That's transition, not translation. What are you talking about? LA. What are you talking about? I'm scrolling. I don't see what LA's talking about. Transition. Eileen, I still want to know about what one more sale do you need? Tell me what you're speaking on. A lot of that had to do with thinking it was going to be over soon. Yeah, that's true story too. That's very true story. The one who made the biggest change, and I hate to admit that I have to watch it because I really can't stand the show, but my family makes me watch it sometimes, is this, I don't even remember her name. Is it Bree, maybe? She's like country girl, big blonde hair country girl. She got a massive ranch, and she's cooking from the ranch. And she was doing her stuff, Food Network, and it was horrible. And her son's a streamer. The son was like, Mom, take all this stuff out of my streaming room and bring it into the kitchen. So the son, who's like 13 or 14, came in the middle of the show she was on. In the middle of the show, he adjusted stuff, and it was incredible. Smack dead in the middle of the show. She was doing like a 2-hour show showing people like quarantine eats or whatever. And then she had to like bring her son on and be like, yo, I can't believe, I give him hassle about playing Fortnite and doing all this other stuff and blah, blah, blah. Look what he did. And so he brought a camera, lighting, the Go wireless that I have over here somewhere. Every time I clean my office, I move stuff to where I don't know where it is. Anyway, so, and he just corrected her thing smack dead in the middle, and it was gorgeous. And now the Food Network, the guy Jeffrey went and got the son to basically make gear recommendations for everybody. That's why at first we thought it was just us buying up all the cam links and stuff. No, that was Networks, bro. Networks was going in and cleaning house. You couldn't get a rolling. You couldn't get, pod mics. You couldn't get NTGs. You couldn't get standard lavalier clip-ons like the Sennheiser, the Cine. Oh man, I forget the name of it, but the really, really good Cine clip-on wireless, all of that stuff was just selling out because the Networks was like, yo, Trevor Noah needs one, Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, all these guys need this stuff, and boom. The other one that's funny to me, you guys remember maybe about 6-7 years ago, all the tech space went and was like, yo, Congress, we need to step up broadband in the U.S. We need broadband to be on par with like Korea and Singapore. And Congress is like, yeah, we don't need that, blah, blah, blah. And then you watch these guys in the hearing right now, and they're like, it's so whack. It's so whack. Now they figured out we need to step our broadband game up, and broadband companies need to quit being chintzy. Charles, before WeWork was ever a thought, I had a co-working space. I just wanted to put that out there. That's funny. What's up, literally. Exclusive deal I made when I was just joking. I was just joking about Eileen Elgato. That's funny. You needed one more sale so that you can get that exclusive deal. There you go. I got it. Thank you, guys. Sometimes I'm missing. I'm missing in my own action. All the cam links were gone too. That's 100% true. Okay. I got oh my God. Yes. Boom. Sorry. I have to do this to myself.
Unbelievable.
I would love to have symmetrical. Like that would be, ooh. Gig down, gig up, actual gig up, not pretend gig up, share with the whole neighborhood. Anyway. I got 2 new pieces of kit still in the box. One is my second pod mic for when I can let people into the studio. Good. And then thank you, Teddy. I really, really appreciate you, brother. The other one is this here. Now, I stole this from my buddy Chris, a.k.a. Topher. Chris Topher, get it? Because I have a OWC dock, but I keep recommending this one to everybody. I know a bunch of folks that's recently got them from said recommendation, but this guy is the truth, and I'm going to tell you why. First, don't tell Topher I'm opening up his box, but it has 15 ports, and that's kind of incredible. The 87 watts is the key. With 87 watts, you have more than enough power that when you plug in things like your cam links, they won't get hot and shut down. They won't turn off. They won't be like connecting, disconnecting on the fly kind of thing, right? That's because it has enough power to let it do its thing, okay? This is on the kit page, so right down here, docrock.live/kit, it is there. The other situation as follows, you could also go to you can also do that. Either one of those will work. That's my Amazon shop. So this is the CalDigit T3 Plus. I'm not going to take it out the plastic Topher. Don't worry. So what's really cool in the back, This is 4 standard issue USB ports, and I know you guys can't see that well, but if I go in, it's blurry because I don't use autofocus because I'm smart. So this the USB in the back. The standard USB ports are the 5 gigahertz ones, right? I mean, sorry, gigabits ones. The one in the front, also the USB-C there and the standard USB, those are both the 5 gigabytes per second one. But the USB-C in the back, that's the 10 gigabytes per second one. So if you're using something like my Sabrent Extreme Rocket Q, which also in the kit, it's there, that will let you edit faster. You know, you won't have problems when you're in Final Cut and the like, right? You'll be able to basically get your editing done at speed, right? So there's that. Okay, sorry, I'm typing, and it's funny because I keep reaching for a key that is missing. And yes, no, oh, hold up, player. You do not want to do autofocus time Sony versus Nikon. Okay, Sony is the fastest autofocus in the industry. Olympus is probably second. Fuji is dead last, but Nikon is next to Fuji in the back of the bus, right? Don't get it twisted, player. So it has a display port out. It has a toss link, aka optical audio, which would go to my amp and my speakers and whatnot. And it has a standard Ethernet in the back. I wish it came with a 10 gig, but no need because my iMac has 10 gig. I also have a Thunderbolt 10 gig adapter right behind the iMac. So this guy's dope because it's small. It can sit vertical on the desk like a book. You can lay it flat like such. It's small enough to fit right underneath the camera, but everything goes into here. And with this has so much power, you can actually run multiple cam links or multiple capture devices. You don't have to worry about running out of power. When you guys are, especially you notebook-oriented folk, right? You're having problem with your USB mic and your capture card both plugged in on the same side. Yeah, try it. First of all, swap them, because on the MacBook Pro, where you have ports on both sides, there are 2 different lanes, okay? This is confusing to folks, but it's not just standard USB, it's lanes, right? So this side is talking to the chip with one lane, and this side is talking to the chip with the other lane. And if you put the strongest devices on the opposite ends, they don't fight, right? The problem with notebook, though, one of them is always stolen by power. So that's where this comes in, because this is 87 watts of power. So it will juice your computer and still give you 2 more Thunderbolt 3 ports, or actually 1 more Thunderbolt 3 port and 1 10 gigabyte per second USB-C. It has a UHS-2 card reader, so when you do take pictures, it will input them fast. It has audio in and out, so you can put your headphones in when you do Ecamm interview. And yeah, so highly recommended the CalDigit T3 Plus. I kind of want to steal it and swap it for my OWC, but I like my OWC because although it's about $30 more expensive, it is way more wattage. Mine comes in at 150 watts. That's a lot of watts. It's like, not from Crenshaw, it's from Watts. So anyway, there you go. The CalDigit TS3 Plus Thunderbolt dock. Get yourself a Thunderbolt dock or a USB powered hub, and all your headaches will go away. The standard issue USB hugs, not a good look. Sorry, with the hugs. All right. There's 2 out. I'm tempted to buy another. These guys are talking about Nikons. Get out of my channel with that noise. Me not want to hear that, boy. I'm not going to debate glass. I use it. Okay, that glass is cool. Nikon is whack. Sony, though. The one and only. No, I'm joking. I don't really care what camera you have. Any camera works as long as you don't look like Lemuel. Your camera will be fine. Yo, what's up? Explanatory Live. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. Do not listen to Lemuel or June talking about Nikon. Other than that, we're good. So, gang, I'm not hating on Nikon. They're great. They make really, really nice yellow and black gear. I'm teasing. Any camera will do. I'm seriously straight up. You got to get in where you fit in, folks. The face is expensive. Crazy. This one, press the right one. All right, this is where the kit recommendations hide. I store a lot of stuff in here. I'm going to make another one. I'm going to do one for just audio gear, and I'll probably do another one for just lighting gear because there are very common questions that come up over and over and over. So yes, you can always jump to the page, and that is this page right here, docrock.live/kit, and you will find all of my kit recommendations happening right here. We got 10 minutes, gang. 10-minute countdown is clocking because Notre Dame kicks off in 10 minutes. I got to play like a champion today. If you guys have any further questions, now is the time. We got 10 minutes. What is your questions? Let me check the Ecamm community real quick. Not on screen, ding dong. Go like that. Oh, yeah. Quick reminder. This is Ecamm, and you should use it because it's dope, okay? Like, it's literally the best thing out there. No, very important. If you are going to jump into Ecamm swag and you haven't already done so, you got 5 days before the price increase, right? So you're going to want to download the trial now. You're going to want to play with it as much as possible over the next couple of days, and you want to make a permanent decision. It is time to make a pimp decision. You want to make a decision before the 27th, because after the 27th, the prices are going to go up. But if you lock in your price prior to the 27th, that is your price for life. For life? What side? Sorry, I was having an E40 minute. You're going to want to lock in your price. So if you're thinking about going pro, now is the time. If you're thinking about, I just want to get it going and do an annual program versus a monthly program, now is the time to do it. Any changes you make after the 27th will force you into the new price. Okay, here we go. Question for Explanatory Live. Question about, Doc, for your MacBook, when you use the Thunderbolt cable to connect it, what's the longest before the cable loses speed? Bombaclot. I want to say 6 meters, but that being said, finding a 6-meter Thunderbolt cable is next to impossible. Let's see. Longest. Thunderbolt 3 cable. Yep, 2 meters. That's about the most you're going to find. And it will stay at 40 gigabytes per second. But you're going to really want to keep it short. There are things as hopping, and you can buy this is crazy. See, my brother, he'd be quick with it. Here you go. There is such a thing as Thunderbolt to optical muxer. I forgot the proper word. We're just going to stick with muxer. Then you can run optical cable like halfway down the street. Then you have the optical demuxer back to Thunderbolt. It's possible, but you're going to have a hard time on the, let's say, consumer sphere finding anything over 2 meters. It's just hard. It's literally hard to do. And a 2-meter cable is going to set you back $80 anyway. So, yeah. But big point of contention. I see if I can find a graphic. I meant to keep that sucker straight, and I lost it. But there is a huge difference between Thunderbolt and USB 3, and people get it twisted all the time. I have a graphic that I like to bring up on screen, and I am looking for it right now because it comes up all the time. Let's go to the plain camera feed. Bam. Let's grab the graphic. Bam. Put it on my face. It's okay. We can block my face. We're going to go full screen. Okay. These are the differences, folks. Very important to know. I know they look the same. I know they look identical, like my brother and I. Actually, we don't look anything alike because I'm adopted, but that's a different story. It's 10 gig on USB 3.1. It's now 3.2. and it's 40 gigabytes per second on Thunderbolt. The speed alone, big difference, especially when it comes to drive, data transfer, video editing, audio recording. I record my Ecamm to my Thunderbolt 3 drive, Cyberblade Extreme Q2U, which you can find on the kit page, docrock.live/kit. Boom. Okay. You can run one 4K display. But on Thunderbolt 3, you can run two 4K display. Actually, it's up to 6K at this point. Then the wattage, they're both 100 watts power. That's fine. But the data that can cross over USB-C, you can do DisplayPort and standard USB connections at super speed. But the Thunderbolt 3 can run all the Thunderbolt protocols, which is the 3 items above. It can run PCI Express, which is the reason why you can run an eGPU. You can run DisplayPort and USB super speed. So when you are looking for gear and you are a Mac owner, I know it costs a little bit more, but get the things that say Thunderbolt 3, man. You want Thunderbolt more than you want the regular USB-C. Now, since I have this box here in my hand, I'm going to see if I can show you such, because it's also important. When you get one of these, this is a USB-C cable. You know how I know? Because it does not have any Thunderbolts on top there. You see them, Thunderbolt right there. It's hard to see. She in the plastic. Don't tell Topher I'm going to open it. Topher, don't get mad. I had to open it for the people. Come out of there. Ooh, tape stuck. Hairy hands tape. Not a good look. There's a little Thunderbolt icon. So when you see the cables, when you're buying them on Amazon, if you want to ensure you have a Thunderbolt cable, it must have Thunderbolt icon on it, or it is a standard USB-C cable. I love the fact that the cables are the same. I hate the fact that the cables are the same. Like oh, by the way, this one can be used for this one, but this one cannot be used for this one. You know what I mean. I ain't going to explain it any further than that. You guys are smart. So, explanatory live, very important, when possible. Oh, I almost gave Topher my USB-C cable. Jerk. When at all possible, you want to jump into the TB range. Okay, so I think I got that. Reginald, what's up? Good to see you. Yes, if you're already a pro user, your pricing will stay the same. The primary difference, if you're pro monthly and you're thinking about going pro yearly, do it now. Because if you try to go pro yearly later, the price will change. You know what I mean? And you'll save money that way. I know it's more to issue out in the beginning, but it's much cheaper. Just trust me. $240 is way cheaper than the other way. Just trust me. So now's the time to do it before the 27th. My brother said that. What do you have the names of avatar appear when using what? Did you have to? Oh my God, I can't read. What? When you use Restreams. Oh, yeah. No, it's just that one day. Like Restream just say, you know what? Doc's doing something, so let's just bother him. But it turns out the Ecamm permission thing that we were clicking doesn't affect Restream. Restream has to, like, Ecamm set that thing up, Ecamm Connect. Restream needs to set one of those up. So I got to email Denmark and see if they can get their thing set up. But it's actually, that's 100% Restream's fault. Again, this is why I ask all of you guys on my Facebook feed, I'm like, please come to YouTube and watch, please, because Facebook is a pain in the butt. If I was streaming on YouTube that day, Epic Vision, none of that would have been a problem. It's only Facebook's privacy, and Facebook is a punk. It's an absolute punk. I hate it. I hate it. Yes, interview comes with Ecamm Live Pro. It also comes with Ecamm Live Standard. You got Pro back in March for the year. Yep, you're done. You're done. You don't have to do anything. And your pricing that you paid, that $240 you paid in March, I did April, so we were right about the same time. That's permanent. That's forever. Next year, instead of $240, they're going to be at like $349. You know what I'm saying? But Chris, we are at $240 forever. We're like the Nissan Fair Lady 240Z. One of my favorite cars, by the way. Nissan, not to be confused with Nikon. See, it's funny. Everybody knows it's Nissan, but yet they say Nikon. wrong with you people? Nikon. There we go. There we go. I'm just checking, make sure we got everybody. You guys are almost kickoff, folks. It's almost kickoff. He had to blame it on. No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was the Wonder Twins explained it to me. Okay? You know what I'm saying? The Wonder Twins explained it to me. So it wasn't me. They said it. Okay? So there. Okay. I think maybe the reason why everybody confuses it is everybody thinks about the Greek god Nike or whatever. Maybe that's where it comes from. Anyway, it's Nippon Kogaku Kyoga Kotobukiya Kaisha. That's where the name Nikon comes from. Basically, Japan Optical Industries Company. That's where it comes from. Nippon Kogaku Kyogo Kabushi Gaisha. Kabushi Gaisha means corporation. A Kaisha is a company. Gaisha, when you do it as a Kabushi Kaisha, that means it's a corporation. It's a limited corporation. So that's where the Nikon comes from. You got it? You got it. Okay. Okay. Now we're getting there. And the kon is short for computer, like in Persicon, I think, if I remember correctly. Something of that nature. Anyway, it's Nikon. Okay? There you go. I'm gonna put this over here so Lemuel can press this button over and over until he can remember how to say it. Okay. Can you run your audio into Adobe Audition and back to Ecamm? Absolutely, 100%. All the musicianish type people, musician people, they run their audio into their DAW and then take the stereo pair from your DAW and bring it in. As a matter of fact, if you are in Audition and you have a musician level mixer, normally what happens on a musician level mixer is channels, what is it? 12. Okay, say you have a 12 channel, right? 11 and 12 would be master, but there's an internal 13 and 14 that are basically clean channel out that would run into Ecamm, right? On the 24 channel mixer, there'll be a channel 25 and 26 that are virtual channels. That will be what you pass through. Most of the higher end mixers have that. If you don't have a higher end mixer, you might need to use a program like Loopback in order to cover that. If you got Loopback questions in the Ecamm group, look for Alex McDonald. Search for Alex. He was here earlier, but he's probably watching Georgia football game right now. You will see how you can do it with Loopback. But the primary, most high-end mixers do have a way to bring that out, right? So if you could do that, why get the Rodecaster? Rodecaster is so much fun. Like, it's just dope. Software normally will hiccup faster than hardware. I mean, at the end of the day. And you know what? So the explanatory live. I was the guy saying you didn't need a Rodecaster Pro. I was the guy that was saying, oh, just do it in your DAW and then add your effects and blah, blah, blah. I was the guy that was preaching that choir. I was beating that horse, and the horse roundabout came back alive and was like, stop beating me. And then the gang at Ecamm sent me a Rodecaster Pro and been like, shut up. And then I set it up, and then I was like, I felt like I went to see an evangelist and they went, woo, woo, I'm back alive. The Rodecaster Pro is sick. It's absolutely sick for this. It's hard to explain how much simpler this is as opposed to running them both. Now, the other thing, if you're an Audition user, as I am, Audition is a punk when it comes to stealing all of the computer resources. It doesn't need it. It's an audio program. There's no reason whatsoever. You'll start Audition and it goes, all right, I'm going to use 16 gigs of memory. And then you go get yourself a coffee and you come back. You haven't touched anything. You literally opened Audition. 16 gigs. Here we go. We're good. You go get your coffee. You come back. You sit down. You say, all right, I'm ready. And if you look at your RAM, it's at 28 now. So I ain't clicked nothing. What did you do? And then if you leave and get another coffee or you got to take a whiz, you come back, it'll be at 64. It just grows RAM for no reason. It sitting still, doing absolutely nothing. Audition just starts taking off his socks and kicking back in your crib like it run the joint. So yeah, nah. Like it is. I use it because I love it, but it is a pain in the butt. I have 80 gigs of RAM, so I don't care. But I will be editing Audition sessions and save and quit and then relaunch it because it starts growing for no reason. Chrome does that. Audition does that. Two programs that get on my damn nerves with doing that. Like I want to go to Google. I mean, you guys are so smart. Why do you sit there and grow memory doing nothing? Think I'm lying? Open a Chrome browser today. Look at Activity Monitor. Look at how much memory Chrome is using. Just open the browser. Don't do jack. Go watch Notre Dame today, and then after the game, come look at the memory. It just grew for no reason. Like Sammy Sosa taking steroids. The hell wrong with you? This 2020, folks. You can get your programming skills together. Nah, Google. We're just going to make the magically growing browser. Don't get me started. Browser with Viagra or something. I don't know. It just be growing for no reason. So, yeah. Like, yeah. Just, nah. Rodecaster Pro just, oh, brother. Okay. Here's the smart person answer, not the dog ranty answer. Less expensive resources in the computer, less latency, and tactile control. What June said, and again, I say again, all after, my brother is smarter than me. I'm the good-looking one. There you go. Sorry. Explanatory is like, woo, I just asked him a simple question. I didn't know that fool was going to lose his mind. It's just one of those things. It chaps my nads. Like why that program is so irritating. And I love it, but it's irritating. Kind of like my brother. I love it, but he's irritating. I'm going to lock my door so when my brother comes today, he doesn't just walk in my office and try to kill me. You have something else you can run software outside of the machine. Don't tax your machine. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Rusty Beats. I really appreciate you. Yo, man, I was doing some research around and I was looking at some stuff on the streams and whatnot. And, I send everybody, if you're on my channel, I tell you, like, if you want to get, cool sounding music for your, for your stream and whatnot, go and check out, items like, Epidemic Sound, where I get my cool elevator music. But I have recently been creeping on channels of like these young beat creators. So let me go see and check out Rusty Beats stream real quick. Man, there's some talented folk out here creating beats. I mean, like pretty impressive. And a lot of these guys will sell their beats for cheap. So you can just buy beats from these cats and put it in your stream. So, let's see. Oh, you do boom bap? Oh, that's my favorite. I likes the boom baps. Hold on, be quiet. Let me listen to this. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear it because I don't have loop back turned in, but let me listen real quick. Oh, snap. Oh, hold up. Okay. I'm going to do something illegal right now. Don't get mad, Rusty Beats. Don't call the cops. I'm going to download this real fast so I can play it for people because this is sick. Wow. This is straight gangster. I'm going to steal this beat. I'm going to play this beat. Right now, you have 3 seconds in the stream to tell me not to play your beat on my stream. I know, Lemuel, I don't have loopback plugged in because I don't want to inject any unnecessary problems. So I am currently using an application known as Downy to jack said beat. Okay, see, this is Rusty Beats feed right here, and in the background, what? You only been doing beats for a month? Damn. Okay, you can't see what I'm showing right now because it's hiding behind this window, but I'm using an application known as Downy that allows me to basically steal things from the internet for purposes like trying to help out a young creator with 526 subscribers, and I don't want to install loopback. So what I do is I live on camera while I'm running my stream, dangerous, go and jack the beat, and then I'm gonna play it for y'all, whether you like it or not, because hey, the beat was fire. Okay, just fire.
Este juego se puso bueno. Tengo tomado todo el terreno. Con 3 bases llenas, no hago un rom y sueno. Vi su ataque cascabeles, no me mata su veneno. Entreno, no tienen chance, cierro el inning noveno. Salen corriendo.
Okay, that's Rusty. Hey, you can keep playing. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna let that keep playing. That's gonna be my outro music for today. And then again, go support this. Okay, only been making beats for a month and spitting fire. Fire. And yes, I love Epidemic Sound, but if you can support an up and coming creator, you support an up and coming creator. That's what I'm speaking of. Go check out Rusty Joints. I just searched for Rusty Beats and I found this. Yeah. Go do that. Anyway, I'm gonna stop doing that. I didn't want to mess my thing up by putting the system audio sound in right now. I'm trying to see how everybody can do their roadcaster without buying loopback. Alex recommends loopbacks. I know, I just figured that out. Rusty, don't shoot me. But that beat was fire too. This is why we got to set your channel up so that when you search for Rusty Beats, it only finds you. I can show you how to do that. We're going to connect up after. But yeah, right now you're not searchable. We need to fix that. I found one. Here we go. We're not searchable. We got to fix it so that you are searchable. That's better. Okay, let's see. We're listening. You did post a lot, though. I'll give you that. That was too slow. I like it, but I like to be faster. Okay. No. Yes, you guys are listening to me, listening without listening, because I don't want to turn on system audio until I fix my Rodecaster Pro the way I want to fix it so that everybody else can do it without having to buy loopback. But, yeah, I have loopback. Oh, man, these are pretty fire. Anyway, let me go ahead and put this channel in the thing so you can listen for yourself. And Lemuel should have went and got the right link for me since he's the moderator over here talking smack. And so is my brother, by the way. Both of you guys set me up for trouble. Ooh, Halloween. I like it. I like it. Very cool. Pastor Johnson, aloha. Good to see you here. I'm glad to see you made it. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me do this. I got one. I found one. I found one that is acceptable for my doc stream. I'm going to download it. Anyway, this is the right channel. Why, Ed, why are you goofy? Why are you in the wrong page? I said, be here. There we go. That's where you want to be. That's the answer we are looking for. Okay, now he get him. The boy, he don't know how to work this stream stuff. I love how Ecamm always tells you not to play copyright music. There you go. So as you know, this right here, this does it for the stream today. I am done. I'm going to go watch Notre Dame play football. And yeah, Pastor Johnson, I'm there. I'm coming. Just let me know. Hit me up in my DM or email me, docrock@gmail, and then we'll get it covered. Folks, don't forget, we'll be again Tuesday. We'll be here to do this one more again, as always. That's this Tuesday coming up. On Thursday, we will be doing another stream for the Beta Gang Squad. That will be in the Ecamm Live Beta channel. So you can come and check that out on Thursday. Beta Gang, you know how we do. Also, don't forget, if you want to help support the channel, there's docrock.live/Patreon right there on the bottom. You can do that. If you would like, you can check out the shop, and you can go to docrock.live/shop, or you can also go to the kit page, and that is it. So, first of all, I'd like to thank all of you guys for being here. Go subscribe to Rusty Beats. Help new cats out as they get started. You got 13 subscribers. Let's make that 14. Bam! 14 subscribers. Rusty, keep working on your beats. We got to work on titles. We got to make it so that everyone can find you, right? So add titles in your descriptions. Make sure you put a hashtag for Rusty Beats in your description. Make sure you add a little bit more to your description. That's where I jacked myself for the longest time. And when I started using TubeBuddy, which I highly, highly, highly recommend. I know you might be just getting started and maybe you don't want to spend money, but download TubeBuddy for free. This is it. Go to docrock.live/TubeBuddy. You can download TubeBuddy for free, and it will get you started. It will help you be found better. I know that sounds weird, what I just tried to say. But yes, go into TubeBuddy. Number one, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I am going to teach you how to get there, because I was there. Like, I've been on YouTube since 2006. My channel was stuck at like 2,500 subscribers last year. Right about now, I downloaded TubeBuddy. Within a week, I bought a year of TubeBuddy, and I am at 5,500 and rapidly growing. But because you're just starting out, first thing you did smart today was you showed up here. Not because of Lemuel, not because of my brother. Those guys are jerks. Because of me, and I'm going to help you get there because I want you to grow on YouTube because I appreciate young creators. My brother used to always be in the store while I'm doing all of the work. He would be in the back making beats. Pretty incredible beats, but I would be doing all the work, cleaning the windows and stuff. He's in the back making beats. I'm going to get in so much trouble. Anyway, so like, yeah, you're in the right spot. We got to work on your descriptions. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure you hashtag Rusty Beats at the bottom. And with TubeBuddy, go watch the videos about your titles and your thumbnails. Your titles and your thumbnails are important, fam. Once we get your thumbnail game up, like I think we can get you there. You know what I'm saying? Why did that just go like the wrong way? That is not what I pressed. I said press this. There we go. Here we go. So yeah, these are good, but it's hard to read, right? I want that text to be bigger. I know it looks dope, but it got to be bigger, right? You want the text to basically scream. So we're going to work on that. We're going to work on your descriptions. Make sure you put a little bit more info in the descriptions. You got 5,000 characters, fam. Put in all 5,000 or as close as possible. Like, go check out my descriptions and look how dumb they are. Talk about what you're using. You know, don't be afraid to let that out. Why is there extra head inside this window? Anyway, we're not going to bother that right now. We're just going to explain it, you know. There we go. Yeah. Like, yeah. We'll get you straight up. In the typeface, my current favorite for something like this would probably be Beboss New, even though it's kind of old. My current favorite font is known as Mont, M-O-N-T. It allows you to do massively large writing like such, right? Like, and it's still kind of neat. That's my font throughout everything. This bottom down here in the red, also Mont. When I do this right here,
unbelievable.
That's the same font. I use the same font all the way through. So that way, you know, people start to recognize you by your brand. Beboss New is a great big font. And again, free. I don't know. It might be free. It might not be free. If not, check out Montserrat. It's free. But yeah. Let's work on your thumbnail game. Get your descriptions pulled out. Also, over here in your about section, you got to flesh this, player. You got to flesh this out. You know, dang, joined in January 9, 2020. That's crazy. Man, I got shoes older than your channel. No, I'm teasing you. Fill this out. Explain what you're doing. Explain what your goals are. explain what you're bringing to the table as a creator. You know, your channel looks fine up here. Instead of just your name, write down the type of beats that you make in this area. You know, in this piece right here, on either side, pick a side, write down the type of beats that you make. This font is what you need on your thumbnails, and it should be like that big. Like when you want to see big, dumb, obnoxious thumbnails, check this out, right? You see what I'm saying? Like this performs, but these perform better. You know what I'm saying? The big, stupid, massive. Okay, think about this, Rusty. Look at your thumbnails on your phone. I know you can't read it. Well, maybe you can. You might be young. At over 50, I can't read that mess. It hurt my eyeballs. So you're going to want to go in and, you know, use massive thumbnails. I did a short test. It was dumb. I'm not doing that anymore. But yeah, you see, you want it so that even without opening the thumbnail, you can read it. And I know this is hard for beat maker types. They say that thumbnails with faces on them do better. So go to Pexels or Unsplash and find a cute person on there and put them in your thumbnail. Maybe it's just a girl in her headphones, like looking like she's listening to the beats. Add that to your thumbnail too. I don't know why. It's scientific. TubeBuddy has a tube called Click Magnet, and it helps you see that people like thumbnails with people in it. Don't get me started. It's just science. Like, I don't know who came up with this noise, but it's just science. So do that. Rusty, thank you for being here. I'm glad you showed up. We're going to get you started. Everybody in the stream, go follow Rusty Beats. And then, Rusty, I'll go find one I like, and I'll send you like the one I like, and then you tell me how much you want, and then I'll buy your beat and stick it in my stream because I'm supporting you. Gangster. Thank you, fam. We'll see you again next week. Don't forget, twice a week. And we're going to start all over. Please do not put Lanwell's face on your streams. Oh, goodness, no. If you have questions about thumbnails, Rusty, hit me up, you know, and I'll make a tutorial. Or if you want, if you're available next week, come back next week, and then we'll work on your thumbnails on the show so everybody can see the thumbnail thinking process a la Doc. I don't know if that's interesting, but if that's interesting, write it in the comments. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you know when stuff's popping. I'll see y'all again next week. I have got things to do, like watch football. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget, hit the Patreon. Hit the Patreon. It's very important. And Doc will love you forever. See you guys. I love you. Aloha.